Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Nun 2. And this is from director Michael Chavez, and this focuses on the story of Sister Irene, played by Taissa Farmiga, who returns and is looking into these horrific deaths that are happening at all of these churches, while we take a look at a particular place where our buddy Maurice, aka Frenchie, played by Jonas Bloquet, is really struggling with the darkness that's still inside him from the first Nun film and the horrible things that are happening around him. And this particular film, I think the biggest thing for it is the imagery and the scares. The imagery, there's some very striking elements, there's some shocking elements. Everything looks so perfectly done. There's a scene, this horrific burning inside a church. It's horrific. It hits. The whole newsstand sequence, terrifying. The scares really work. And they even introduce a few surprises in terms of other entities that might not just be possessed Maurice or the nun popping up at some point. There's those elements that really do work. There's certainly scares that really work. There's playing around with expectations of when, like, hey, we're going to pull the trigger, here's a scare. And they do those things well. I think Taissa Farmiga is fantastic. I think she embodies this character well, and you have Storm Reed who comes aboard. I think both of them really work as like scream queens and like horror movies. They do a great job with that. Bloquet's performance, not the most interesting or dynamic or something that stood out to me. Anna Popplewell, who I just want to bring up, she is the teacher at this school with all these girls, and she's from Chronicles of Narnia. And it was nice seeing her in something. Her character didn't get a whole lot to do, but as always, Bonnie Aarons, the demon nun, really does bring the goods, especially towards the end of the film where you really get to see the full visage of this demonic nun. Now, the film is based around a MacGuffin story. Feels lazy and contrived and not very interesting. The first half of it, from like a narrative standpoint, is so clunky, of Irene and Deborah, Reed's character, trying to like piece things together to get to this place. And the story keeps bouncing around between things, and there's so many characters that it's working with that it's hard to really connect with a lot of them. And sure, the horror works, the scares work, the visuals work, but this story just feels so half-baked. And it feels so frustrating, especially because it's a sequel to a prequel, and feels like it's so inconsequential knowing where things go after this and what came before it. It feels like, hey, we're kind of in the same place and redoing a lot of the same beats. And sure, it looks great, it scares, it's scary, it's terrifying at moments. I do feel like towards the very end, it gets a little too over-the-top, campy horror action instead of like this serious horror film that we spent all this time and all this tension on leading up to it. And I feel like it kind of undoes some of the work. This film is not great from a story perspective. It really doesn't deliver a whole lot in terms of that. But some strong central performances from Farmiga and Reed stand out. The visuals, the scares, deliver. So if you're really just looking for some scares, and that's what you're looking for, that's your thing, boom, this is there. You could go check it out in theaters. If you want more than just a half-baked prequel story, sorry, this is what you're going to get. But those are my thoughts on The Nun 2. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.